So as you know by now, we've been in Utah, Hurricane to be exact, and also been exploring St. George, which is about 15 minutes away from Hurricane Valley. The city itself of Hurricane is not that small. It's got all the major things that you need to live everyday life. In the event that you want more large stores such as a Costco, Home Depot, Lowe's, more of a mall feel to be able to hit all the major stores for shopping and whatnot, you would probably head into St. George. But for everyday life, Hurricane's got everything you really need. Driving through the town of St. George itself, it has a historical area. Little bit more old town feel, if you ask me. Very clean and lots of restaurants, lots of little boutiques, historical monuments here and there. Traffic was not bad, and the roads are a little different. We hit Walmart more than a few times in Hurricane itself. And then we even took a little bit of footage from the DMV, and you can see that I'm pretty much the only one waiting in line. I probably sat there for about 2 minutes before they called my name. Just a whole different experience in itself, for sure. So we have been dealing, I talked about trials and tribulations on my intro to my last video, but did I show you the trials and tribulations? No. Have we been faced with them? Yes. Like, holy moly. This RV has never been lived in before. So, I don't have any propane this morning, because when we first got here, we were fine. Everything was good. And then we started to smell what we thought was the black tank in the rig. But we would only smell it when the furnace was turned on. So we're like, okay, what's going on with that? So Travis did some research, and it looks like we're smelling propane from the furnace. So yesterday he went underneath this rig and opened up everything, and actually the day before yesterday, and then yesterday he ended up pulling out the entire furnace. Okay, he's never pulled out an RV furnace before. The neighbors were like, whoa, what's going on over there? So it is now filleted open, and we didn't have any furnace heat last night. We didn't actually turn on the heat at all last night because we like it cold. Well, it was 44 degrees in the RV this morning. 44 degrees. So anyways, he's working on all of that now, but there's a lot more I need to tell you guys. Hey, don't be doing that. The dog, what are you doing? Don't be doing that on my carpet. You didn't want to know what the dog was just doing. Okay, anyways, I gotta take him out. But I have more to come, more details as to how our trip has been going and how we're going to winterize this thing, because you know what? The freeze is here. Yeah. So we are leaving our RV today in Utah, and we're headed back home. So much to say, so many things to think about, and so many decisions to make. I will just say that. Huh, Griff? Yeah. So anyways, we're gonna miss this place, gonna miss the RV. We got it all set up. We should be good to go as far as that is concerned. Winterized to the best of our abilities at this point in time. Propane was just delivered, so that's good. And the heater is on low, so we should be fine as far as that goes as well. And sad to see a couple faces right before we left, because we will miss them. But we'll be back in about a month. So anyways, off on the road we go. California, here we come. Just driving through the mountains in Utah is something that I have never seen this beauty before on a highway. And a couple times we've driven in at nighttime and then turned around and drove it in the daylight, and I was in awe on how beautiful the red mountains were all around you and the tunnels that you would go through. And it's just something that makes you feel like you're in a place of, I don't know, like you're camping every day, but you're not, you're living there. And I think that was one of the things that drew me personally to this area. It's just absolutely beautiful. If you ever get a chance to drive through Utah, no matter where it's at, I'm pretty sure you're gonna feel the same. So we are back in California, back at home, and we do miss Utah. What we miss the most about Utah, I would say, would be right off the bat, the weather is it feels warmer there, warmer than here. Maybe because it's so dry there, but we have not been able to get warm since we got home. Travis and I have been pretty cold. So that's the first thing that we noticed. And we definitely feel that being there we do save money there. It's more like the yearly things that you pay, like your registration. And I'm going to talk with insurance tomorrow, auto insurance and RV insurance, boat insurance and all that. And we'll see how that compares to California. So I'm having my broker call me tomorrow. And I think what we have here is family and friends. That's who we would miss the most if we did move there. But we definitely could see ourselves having a life there. We've definitely talked about it since visiting. Now, for the third time in about a year, we've been there. And the 3 times that we've been, we went for 2 weeks at a time. So we spent some time there, and got used to some restaurants that we like, and definitely looked at the gas prices as we drove around. Depending on where you go, as people have commented, some places are much higher than others. And then as soon as you get into California, things definitely go up by almost $2 when it comes to gas in your car. Driving home was interesting. As soon as you get into California, and more so Vegas' traffic and whatnot, but that's normal, right? But then when you get into California hardcore, like going through Bakersfield, Fresno, you definitely see the roads are definitely not kept up, but I've already talked about that. But as you look around, just the businesses and whatnot, their signs are older, and you can see that there's not money put into those things and kept up in the state. Again, these are all things that I've kind of talked about along this journey. We will be going back again right after Christmas time, and probably staying for a month this time around. We did winterize to the best of our knowledge and as quickly as we could before we left the RV, and we left like a heater running and whatnot in there just to get it so that it wouldn't go below 55. Unfortunately, a couple days after we left, there was a power issue with our box. Our neighbor overloaded the circuit and it kind of took out our power for a number of hours, and unfortunately the heater hasn't come back on. So we have some great neighbors right next door to us in our RV, and they're kind of watching things for us, but we're just going to kind of cross our fingers that everything's good when we go back. So that's kind of what we're doing. Other than that, our journey just continues as far as comparing the two places and slowly making the move over there. Next time we go, we'll take the Jeep is what our hope is, because we want to do a little bit of wheeling this next time. So we'll get our flatbed out and trailer it down. That is something we really, really want to do, because we want to check out Sand Hollow. So, and maybe some other places around there. Zion National Park we have not yet been into. It's probably the best hiking, mountain bike riding. Maybe we'll take our mountain bikes the next time too. But we haven't had a chance to do any of that because we've just been more setting up house type of thing over there. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. This update took a little bit longer than I thought because we've just been home and things have been a little bit crazier. As soon as you drive back home and into California, I will admit that things seem a little bit more stressful, a little bit more tense. Again, when we go there though, it's just Travis and I. We don't have a ton of responsibilities except for working from our RV, telecommuting and whatnot. But your cares kind of go away because you're just kind of, you don't have so much responsibility yet on your plate when you're there. So, but coming home to the stress of things is definitely something we kind of noticed as well. So anyhow, that's kind of where we're at the moment. Just thought I'd give you guys the next update on things. We went and got Christmas trees yesterday, so I filmed that. So I'm going to go ahead and post that as well on a separate video. And that is just us going up into the mountains and cutting down trees. So anyhow, I'm glad you guys are kind of coming along with us on our channel, and I hope to keep some content coming, but we'll kind of see what is next for us. So anyways, thanks for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll take you on a journey. Bye.